if you ever wondered what goes on in Juno Beach, Florida, then this video is for you. Beautiful part of the world we call Palm Beach, Florida. Welcome to Juno Beach, Florida. My name is Fernandez. I'm with Living in Palm Beach, Florida, powered by eXp Realty. If this is the first time you are here, please consider hitting that subscribe button over in the corner. While you're at it, ring that little bell. What that'll do is that'll notify you every time I put out a new video. I put out new videos every single week. We talk about all there is to do, all there is to know, whether it's eat, sleep, or drink here in this beautiful part of the world we call Palm Beach, Florida. 15 years ago, my family and I relocated to here, to this beautiful part of the world, and we haven't looked back. Today, it truly is an honor to help others, like yourself perhaps, that are thinking about exploring and learning what there is to do and what it's like to live here in Palm Beach, Florida. So if you're thinking about relocating to Palm Beach, Florida, then down below, there's a couple of ways to get a hold of us. There's our email. There's also that phone number. You can either call or text that phone number. And also in the description and in the comments section, there's a link. Click on that link. That way we can set up either a phone call or a Zoom. In any case, we have your back when it comes to relocating to this beautiful part of the world. This week, I'm going to talk about what it's like living in Juno Beach, Florida. We help so many people relocate to this beautiful part of the world we call Palm Beach, and we absolutely love it. So Juno Beach is a treasure. It's one of those unknown or little known places here in Palm Beach County. We're to the north, the northern part of the county in Palm Beach. We're just a little bit south of Jupiter, which is one of the largest areas in here in northern Palm Beach County. In fact, that's how Juno Beach got their name. It's a sister community to Jupiter Beach. In Greek mythology, Juno was the wife of Jupiter. So this smaller little town that we call Juno Beach is just south of Jupiter Beach, and that's exactly how she got her name. Now, what I love about Palm Beach County as a whole, it is so diverse. There's so many different places to live. If you want something like real busy and a lot going on, to the southern part of Palm Beach County, we have towns like Boca Raton and Delray Beach. To a lesser extent, there's also Boynton Beach, which is just north of that. But so if you want action and a lot of things around, that's a great part of Palm Beach County to consider. So, but if you're different and you want something a little bit more rural, a little bit more laid back, like what we have here, the northern part of the county is where I would focus. And Juno Beach is one of those places I would certainly consider if that's you. One of the things I love about Juno Beach is it is small. So it's literally 2 square miles and a population of just over 3,000 people. So there's not a ton of real estate here if you're looking to buy, but there are options, and there's certainly a lot of nice places in the surrounding areas. Now, when I say surrounding areas to Juno Beach, I'm talking places like, as I mentioned earlier, Jupiter and Jupiter Beach to the north. Palm Beach Gardens is the largest city in the area. That's just south of here. So there are lots of places that you could be close to this absolutely beautiful beach and have this as your primary beach, but not necessarily live in Juno Beach. My 2 favorite beaches in the northern part of the county in Palm Beach is this one, Juno Beach, and also Jupiter Beach. Now, Jupiter Beach has a lot going for it as well. As you might have seen in some of my previous videos, they have the Jupiter Lighthouse. They have a short pier, which is a lot of fishing over there. And it's also the home of the Jupiter Inlet. So if you're a boater and you live a little bit west of the ocean there, and you perhaps have a boat docked in your backyard, which is a great way to live, Jupiter Inlet is probably how you're going to get into the ocean. Both areas, whether it's Jupiter or Juno Beach, they have some great restaurants. Probably more so up in Jupiter, only because it's bigger, but they have a lot of nice seafood restaurants. If you're into seafood restaurants, yeah, this is the kind of town that you're thinking of. It's a beach town, as you can see. For a small town of 3,000 people, this is what you have. It's one of the most beautiful beaches here in Palm Beach for certain, and also one of the best beaches on the east coast of the United States. Like a lot of beaches we have here, I personally love to come here for sunrise. People will gather to watch. Usually you get this time of year when we're in season, you get a larger crowd. It's been a little bit cooler the last few days, the last couple weeks. So people also love that as well. So it's a great way to start your day, watching the sun come out from over the yonder there, here at Juno Beach. As you can see here from the sign, there's no swimming. They'll adjust these signs all the time here at the beach, depending on the surf. So this sign represents the one just north of the pier. Here's Juno Beach Pier. And so they won't want anyone swimming next to the pier. Here, between here and the pier, and if you look on the other side of the pier, on the south side of the pier, there's another one of these buoys with the red flag, so they don't want you swimming under the pier. So it depends on how rough the surf is, how far they'll put this out. But if you look at the surf here today, it is really kicking in high gear today. So depending on how aggressive the water is, they'll move those red flags where there's no swimming inward as well. So here by Juno Beach Pier, we are in the most northern part of Juno Beach. As I mentioned, Juno Beach is rather small. It's only 2 square miles, so it's not really that far away from the rest of the town, but more of the things that you find in Juno Beach, town-wise, stores-wise, restaurants-wise, are going to be more to the south. This place is famous really for the pier itself. Now, the pier was built back in 1946. Years later, it was actually in the month of November in 1984, there was a really bad storm that came through here, and believe it or not, wiped out that pier. So we were without a pier here in Juno Beach from 1984 until 1999 when they rebuilt it. The pier is a little bit over 900 feet long. If there are some fishermen are there now, but I was here the other morning, yesterday morning actually, and there were a ton of fishers. When you come early in the morning, that's when you see most of your fishing. It's actually interesting to watch them. There will literally be dozens of people along that pier fishing. What they do is there's right over here by that building there, which is under construction right now. They have a temporary one over there to the left side. If I'm looking this way to the left, that little blue tent, that's the temporary one. So until they fix that. So that's how you pay to get through to the pier. So if you're just a spectator and you want to walk down the pier, you could do that for $1. You give them $1 cash or a credit card, believe it or not. And then also, but if you want to fish, if they see you with your fishing pole, it costs you $4 to go fishing there. Obviously the pier is way out there. It's over 900 feet long, and there's a chance you get better fish fishing off the pier than you do if you were to fish directly off into the ocean. Now, Palm Beach County is very strict on their beaches such as this. And they have this guarded area sign. So basically there's this lifeguard station right over here. They have another one here on the other side of the pier, and there's one way back there as well. But in terms of guarded areas, this is signifying that if you want to go swimming, this is where you're going to have a lifeguard watching for things. I did a video recently where we had the lifeguard, it was actually in a different beach, it was in Lake Worth, where the lifeguard was actually looking out and he noticed that there was a shark out there. We do get sharks down here, and he called everybody in. So they're looking for people having trouble swimming, looking for marine life such as sharks, jellyfish. We really do have a lot down here. When you go to these stations, lots of times they'll have signs, and the signs will put the flags out signifying how dangerous it is to swim. Right now, if you look at the top there, it's red, so you're not supposed to be in the water. I happen to see some people in the water there. They're no longer there, but I guess they got called out by the lifeguard. But when it's red, you're not supposed to go in there because of the rough surf. It'll take you right back out. I mean, that water is really strong today. So the other thing, it'll tell you the temperature, the water temperature, the air temperature, and it'll tell you if there's jellyfish present, those types of dangers. And if you're looking at real estate in this area, there's as you can see here, there's a condo over there. There's a lot of condos, there's a lot of villas, so there's a lot of townhomes. They do have some single family homes, but because the town is relatively small, there aren't a ton of that. If you're looking for more single family homes, there are other surrounding areas, such as in Jupiter and Palm Beach Gardens. It truly is an honor. If you live in this area, it truly, and I live a little bit further away, and I take the drive all the time. If you live in this area to come for the sunrise, it truly is an honor to have this in your backyard. Two of the best beaches for fishing is going to be Juno Beach and Jupiter Beach. The Jupiter Beach Pier is a lot shorter, but they do well because they have the inlet there where the boats go by, and they seem to the fishermen seem to do pretty well. But here they do extremely well because the pier is so far out that it's a very popular place for fishing. Florida, after all, South Florida is the fishing and boating capital of the world. So right now I'm on the north side of the pier, and I'm going to walk towards the bottom here. And I just wanted to give you an idea of if you go under the pier, just how aggressive the water is here. It's pretty today. It's pretty aggressive. So from here, I'm on the south end of the pier right now. I mean, you can see you have that condo building in the back. There's some villas just back there on the street. One of the things I want, and this might not surprise you, one of the things I want to tell you is that this beach, of all the beaches in the county and all the beaches in Palm Beach, this I find to be the most popular when it comes to surfing. You look at how rough that surf is, it's no wonder why. So one of the other interesting things about here at Juno Beach is, not that you can see it today, the weather's a little bit rough for it, is it's friendly for dogs. So if you're a dog lover, this is sort of a beach you want to consider. This part of the beach, dogs are off limits. But if you go a little bit further down, on the other end of the pier, I'll start heading back down towards the north end. If you go a little bit more further down to the north end of the pier, they'll allow you to have dogs. Then if you go even further, there's an area they call the off-leash beach. So if you have a dog and you want to just let them off their leash and run around, it's completely allowed on that part in Juno Beach. So now I'm going to back up to the street. One of the things I find here in Juno Beach is that the street they've got a bicycle lane. So you see, especially early in the morning, you'll see people just driving their bikes down the road. I wouldn't personally do it because the cars are going literally 35, 40 miles an hour. But you know what? You only live life once, I guess, is their thought. But anyways, in the morning and when it's quieter, you'll see more of that. So it's a great place. Here in Florida in general, people are very health conscious. You will see people jogging the beach. You will see people riding bikes and all kinds of things, rollerblading. So it's one of the things, because the weather is nice, so nice here all year long. They get to enjoy this even in the cold months of January and February. So I didn't know this, and looking at this placket they have here, the actual 1984 storm that came through here was actually on Thanksgiving weekend, and it hurled 20-foot waves, which is why it wiped out the pier over here. So here I'm on the entrance of the pier. That is normally the structure where you go to pay to be either a spectator or a fisherman, but as you can see here, they're under construction. One thing I'll say about Palm Beach in general, they are really good when it comes to building stuff and construction and so forth. They don't let things The roads, I know we don't have snow here, so that helps. But they really do keep make a good job of keeping the infrastructure in place here in Palm Beach County, Florida. So here is the entrance to the pier. They have certain rules you must abide by. One is no shark fishing. They also don't allow drones. So if you're here with the drone on the pier, and they've actually come to me with it, they will warn you not to use a drone if you're here in this area. Right down the street from here is the Loggerhead Marine Life Center. And the reason why is this, out of all the places in the whole world, this is the largest concentration of sea turtles. So you will find sea turtle nesting all throughout these beaches. So this little town we call Juno Beach, which is 2 square miles, has more sea turtle nesting than anywhere else in the entire world. And at the Loggerhead Marine Center, it's a great place to take kids. They'll teach you all about the environment. They'll teach you about how the turtles nest. And they do all kinds of things for the family. Here are the signs at the top of the pier. Although this is a Juno Beach, dog friendly, the pier area is not where they allow you to have dogs. You can see here, they talk about how high the surf is. Right now the water temperature is 75 degrees, so it's actually cooled off. I was here about a month ago. It was like close to 80s, like in the lower 80s. So this is the sign where you can get all information about what's going on right here. And as they say, as you can see here by how violent the water is, they're warning you about the rip currents currently on the beach here in Juno Beach today. Juno Beach, one of the most beautiful places in the entire world. So the weather here in South Florida and here in Juno Beach really couldn't be any better. We actually hit a cold front here. This is Thanksgiving weekend, and I normally wouldn't wear a sweat or some sort of long sleeve under this, but a cold front came through, and we're getting weather that is similar to what we would experience here in January, which means we wake up like it did today for us in the hot low to mid 50s, and here we are now. It's around 1 o'clock now, and we're now at 75 degrees. That's a typical January day here in Juno Beach, and today it happens to be a little bit early because here we are on Thanksgiving weekend. So you have some young men here who live in the area, Juno Beach, Palm Beach Gardens, Jupiter Beach, and guys, what is it like to live here in this area in northern Palm Beach County?
Oh, it's great.
It's beautiful.
I would say it's like a good experience for like people who come down from the north.
Yeah.
And so like a lot of snowbirds come down here because they enjoy the weather down here. So I'd say it's good.
Do you get a lot more? I mean, I've said this in my channel before, but we get a lot more people down here this time of year, right, than we would in the summertime.
Exactly. Yeah, because it's cold up there, and they just want to come down to good weather.
Yeah.
So it's hot like daily.
Cool deal. And it's the fishing capital of the world, no?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever get down to the Keys to go fishing, or how would you compare this fishing here to let's say in the Marathon and down there?
It's one of the best fishing like ever
in the world, right? Cool. Do you guys own a boat?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Where do you boat typically?
Everywhere.
Yeah. You go to Peanut Island?
Yes.
Cool deal. All right. Cool. Well, guys. Say.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel, like it up, and we're out.
Raymond Fernandez is the world's best real estate agent.
Awesome. Guys,
hit the notifications bell. Make sure to follow this channel.
Like, follow, and turn on the notifications.
So you're always tune up the next video's post.
Awesome.
Juno Beach, we're out.